On the Subaru. Okay, so we do have 70 psi. We have no clutch engagement. I pick up no leak from the evaporator inside. Only extremely obvious leakage from around the expansion valve. But we have no clutch engagement. But as you can see here, look at the size of that gap. That's a huge, let me see if I can zero in there on you. For a Subaru, this is a huge gap. So even if this wasn't a problem now, it would be a problem later. And this would be a comeback issue. Don't anybody ever try what I just did. Because I know exactly when it kicks in, it's which way it's going to rotate. And I have it so if it slipped, I've done this since, my dad started showing me at 12 years old, and he would not let me do it. But coming back here, I brushed off all the dust here. So this was all, just like you see the dust right here. See me take that dust off? Everything had a nice coat of dust on it. But when you came down here, you can see glove prints. You see those fingerprints from a glove that has like the texture on it? I did not do that. I did not wipe that dust off. So I believe these are the ones that will be heater relay, glow. I think, is that them there, or is it these here? It goes this way. No, which way does this guy go? God, I hate, okay, there we go. These guys right here. See the AC relay? Fan, both the fans are working. We have call, we got fans on, I have the button in, but we have no clutch. So AC relay, that will be that guy right there. So somebody already knew something was up and they tried and they touched stuff. So that's a clue. I got my UV light. Let's get clear here again. I got my UV light. I was looking in. Somebody put dye. It was funky dye. It's cheap dye. It wasn't a good dye. It has some glow to it. It actually glows better in the camera than it does in real life. But yeah, it's going dye all the way down there. But it's a, if you had a bad light, not so great light, or the wrong wavelength, it'll show up like this if it's the wrong wavelength. I got to get the other two wavelengths, see if it changes. But as far as I could tell, one of those weak funky dyes somebody put in there, probably with one of the squirt cans. So I'm gonna look into this guy right there, so I could switch these two around. Sub fan. Oh, my hands aren't strong enough. Okay, I'm gonna have to get something to grab that. My fingers ain't doing it. I'm just quickly going down now. Basically, you're in a shop, especially if you're very analytical and you guys have procedures you go by and you stop at every step. We went from a vehicle being checked out for AC, and I go through the visual, and the visual and the pressure and the leak test tell me there's a leak, no leak under dash, nothing that I pick up here or on the hoses. A small bit of visual right there. That's one problem. Hitting the buttons, have 70 psi, the clutch should be going on. We're now going into a control or electrical problem. That'd be a separate service tag, a separate charge, more diagnostic, if I can't find it really fast. We know it's not, if there was power right here, if I put my probe here, I have power here. If I close up that gap and it engages, we know it's just a gap. If it doesn't engage and there's no magnetism there with power here, and you do a ohm test of the coil windings, you'll find them open, and then you know you have a coil problem. We could have a relay problem, and we could have a control problem. We could have a pressure switch problem. We could have a thermistor problem. And we're going down the list of the probabilities of what is the problem that you'll have to actually get in there and start back probing and testing for power. But that goes into a separate charge. One charge is for the AC, the mechanics of the AC. The mechanics of the AC, we found the problem. We know we have pressure, we know we have a leak, but we know we have a mechanical problem with this gap right here. And it will not engage. So now you're into second work order, electrical diagnosis. That's the next step. Still got to take care of replacing that expansion valve and the O-rings on both sides, and taking care of electrical is next. So we'll see what the third video shows up, and it'll probably be after checking the electrical and or parts already being replaced, and I'll be back here charging it up, and we'll see where it goes from there. But if I could get this thing engaged and prove that the compressor is okay and the system is functioning, then you get no surprises after you replace parts. That's why you always drain out the system. If you could electrically get this to engage and you test the system with a full charge, proving everything works perfectly, then you jump on to the next step. All right, see you guys. I hope that made sense. Did I kind of screw that up in the order of operation, diagnostics? All right, see ya.